Hey there, this is Erica from Ever Educating, and this channel is teaching tips, tools, ideas, and resources for new college instructors. It's officially the start of the third quarter of the year, and so it's time for a goals recap video just to see how I'm progressing in my goals for 2022. I have the other videos related to this linked below, but basically, if you haven't seen these before, I do 22 goals in 2022. Most of them are small. I had only one big goal this year, and that's already been accomplished. So let's go ahead and dive into what happened in Q2. So Q2 really showed me that I need to take a look at my goals and do some revision of them. Usually I have my goals set at the beginning of the year, and if I do them, I do them. If I don't, I don't. But now that I'm a week short of 6 months into my full-time job, I realized that a lot of the goals I set for myself at the beginning of the year before I started aren't really realistic anymore, nor are they what I really want for myself either by the end of the year. And so I took some time, and a few of them I tweaked to kind of go forth into these last 2 quarters of the year. However, some did get accomplished, so I have a lot of progressive goals. So I do this every month, or work on creating a good routine, and some of those have been going well. So for example, my creative writing routine has been going really well because I won a mentorship. And so because of that, this last month especially, I've been doing a lot more writing more steadily. So one of my goals was creating a productive creative writing routine, and so I'm definitely on the right track there, especially starting in Q2. Same with exercise. I ended up doing an exercise challenge for Mother's Day. I'm doing one now for Father's Day. So I'm getting more into that routine as well, which is one of my goals for the year. So those two definitely had a positive upturn in Q2. In similar veins, I've had a positive upturn as well in some of my side hustle goals. So I have a certain email newsletter number that I'm looking for, and I'm actually getting close to reaching it now. So I have no doubt that I'll reach this by the end of the year. I'm curious to see where I'll end the year though, because again, considering the progress, I think I'll probably manage to hit that number by Q3. And then my income goal as well, I'm about halfway to it at this point, which is good because it's halfway through the year. So we'll see if I manage to hit that one this year as well, which is really exciting for me too. But the side hustle is also where I'm revamping some of my goals. So I had a goal to do a blog post every month, and that definitely has not happened. And I realized, it's not that important to me at the moment to write so many blog posts. So I decided to revamp this goal to do one a quarter. And then as well as, rather than writing every month, I'll actually start promoting my old post again. Because I used to, when I post a new blog post, I tweet about it, I mention it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever the case may be. But I have dozens of older blog posts that are still really relevant that I haven't mentioned anytime recently on social media for my Ever Educating brand. And so rather than having the write one a month, I'm doing, again, write one a quarter, as well as mention them more often. So I at least, tweet about one a month, right? Or maybe bi-weekly. So I do want to have more light shine on my blog posts because I do think it's a valuable tool. And so that's how I revamped that goal in particular. Similar to, I had one of doing a post or video every month for my aspiring author website. And again, had not been doing that. And I realized, I do want to have 12 by the end of the year, but I don't think it has to be monthly. Because that means that book reviews, that I can write 2 in a week if I wanted to, right? Or if I had the time for it. So I do still plan on having the 12 goal, but I'm no longer seeing it as a monthly goal, rather it's just something to do throughout this year. And then another side hustle goal that's being revamped is the one tied to my creative confidence calls. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically a consult call, 1 hour on Zoom, where we discuss one-on-one your course design, or if you want any advice on creating class activities, or if you want to talk about ed tech tools. It's a 1 hour where we just talk with you, and anything you want to know related to that, we have that time to really devote to your specific questions rather than just general advice that I give on this channel. And so I had a certain number I wanted to reach, but I realized, again, I'm still offering them, that hasn't changed, but I want to actually revamp that element of my side hustle and make it so it's much easier for me to manage, and it's easier for you as well to sign up for it too. So that's going to be a larger undertaking because I already had so much already done for that. But I do want to change things up so that it's less work on my part, and again, it's easier on your part as well. So that goal has been revamped, and so that's going to be, I think, a Q3 thing that I really want to work on, is looking everywhere where I mention these calls and changing it up, because it's going to be located somewhere else rather than where it is currently. But easy way to know exactly what works is if you go to my website, on my navigation bar, I have that console call tab, and that will always be the newest thing. So if you go somewhere else and you click a link, it doesn't work. If you go to my website, console call, that one will always work. So that's another one, side hustle related, that I changed up and I'm excited about going forward. And that's about it, so again, progress on the routine ones, which I'm really excited about. One thing I want to do though is I'm going to try to make doing 2 Pomodoro sessions a day part of my routine. Because yes, I'm doing more exercise and that's something I want to stay with. At the moment, my goal was 30 minutes a day. But I also want to do, yes, I've been doing more creative writing. I'm making progress on some of the side hustle stuff, but I don't do things daily with them. I'm not always touching them. And so I want to try, in Q3 is maybe do 2 Pomodoro sessions. One 25-minute session related to my creative writing, one 25-minute session related to the side hustle revamp, right? And so kind of seeing if having that kind of steady schedule makes more progress than what I have currently going on. So that's something I'm going to try out for Q3 as well. So if you have your own goals that you want to talk about in the comments, I'd love to hear how you're progressing. And next week we'll go back to the usual content with teaching advice. And if you're someone who wants to do a consult call with me, again, that will be linked below in this video as well. I'll see you next time.